Captain Voss, Log Entry 2.13. We are still held fast inside the central atrium of the biomorphic mantacraft, and the terms of our release are entirely unacceptable. The alien collective is demanding that Stellar Horizons and Solace strip away their internal energy lattices to seal the temporal tear. I have no intention of letting our ships be recycled into cosmic fertilizer. Down in engineering, Chief Calder has stumbled upon something deeply concerning. Junior Technician Rennick's sudden transformation from an eccentric wildcard into a borderline engineering prodigy isn't just a sudden burst of professional maturity. The Vreylor Prime crystal he took from the monastery is actively radiating a localized subspace pulse that is interfacing directly with his neural pathways. He is solving problems faster than our main computers, but his body is beginning to show the strain. We need to cut a deal with these ancient gardeners, and we need to do it before Jax's brain completely burns out from the extra processing load.
Inside the vast organic atrium of the ancient biomorphic vessel, the air remains dead silent, smelling heavily of ancient moss and crushed pine needles. Captain Voss stands at the base of the Stellar Horizons boarding ramp, his arms crossed over his chest as he stares up at the towering, translucent coral pillar where the collective voice resides. Behind him, Doctor steps out from the ship's primary airlock, adjusting his handheld medical scanner, which is emitting a series of faint, irregular clicks.
Captain, we have a problem with Rennick. I've just finished running a passive biometric sweep on his workstation, and his neurological readings are completely off the charts.
Joe Voss replies without turning around, his eyes still fixed on the massive coral column.
Is he having a panic attack from the blackout?
No. I would welcome a simple panic attack right now. His heart rate is clocked at 180 beats per minute, yet his blood pressure is perfectly stable. His cerebral cortex is radiating enough electromagnetic energy to power a small scout vessel. His brain is literally overclocking, Voss. Something is actively rewriting his cognitive architecture.
A few feet away, near the primary bulkhead, Jax is pacing the organic floorboards, his eyes wide and unblinking as he stares at his handheld monitor. His fingers are moving across the keypad with fluid, mechanical speed, tapping out thousands of lines of advanced algorithmic calculations without a single pause or hesitation. Voss watched Jax closely.
He hasn't cracked a single joke in 3 hours, Doctor. That concerns me more than the heart rate.
Down in the primary engineering nexus of Stellar Horizons, the blue interior walls are pulsing with a deep, frantic violet hue as the external pressure from the mantacraft increases. Chief Calder is standing before the primary power distribution block, holding a heavy magnetic wrench. She isn't looking at the ship's engines. She is staring down at Jax's tool belt, which is currently sitting on an engineering workbench. Tucked deep inside the side pouch, the stolen Vreylor Prime crystal is glowing with a brilliant, blinding blue light, its geometric facets pulsing in perfect synchronization with the blue veins along the ship's pillars. Calder touches her comm badge, her voice dropping into a tense, worried whisper.
Voss, it's Calder! I found out how Jax did that non-Euclidean plasma bypass. It wasn't a fluke, and it wasn't him studying the manuals.
Back on the main bridge, Voss touches his earpiece, his eyes still tracking Jax as the young technician mutters complex thermal formulas under his breath.
Talk to me, Chief. What did you find?
The crystalline processing node he lifted from the monastery. It's not inert, Captain. It's an active organic transmitter. Every time Jax gets within 3 feet of it, the crystal projects a localized synaptic bridge into his temporal lobe. It's feeding him the maker mathematical languages natively. It's why he's acting so calm, so focused, and so terrifyingly smart.
Can we separate him from it?
I don't know, sir. The crystal has already established a secure bio-handshake with his central nervous system. If we just yank it away from him right now, the sudden feedback loop might completely fry his brain. We have to let him use this focus to find a way out, but we are running out of time.
The central holoplate on the bridge flares to life, revealing Commander Jorn on the Solace. The gold ship's interior structure is groaning audibly under the mantacraft's tightening grip, and Archivist Lethos is visible in the background, frantically wiping dust off his ancient stone tablets.
Voss, Solace is losing his internal structural integrity. The gardeners are beginning to draw power directly from his primary core. If they strip his golden lattice, his hull will collapse into raw ore within 10 minutes.
Jax suddenly stops pacing, He snaps his head toward the holographic display, his voice dropping into a crisp, authoritative baritone that completely lacks his usual playful inflection.
They don't need to destroy the world, brothers, Commander. The gardener's mathematics are entirely outdated. They are trying to seal a three-dimensional spatial tear using a two-dimensional energy projection. It's highly inefficient.
Chief Calder steps out of the turbolift onto the bridge, stopping dead in her tracks as she hears Jax speak with absolute, chilling precision. Jax points a steady finger at the main view screen.
Look at the Manta's central atrium matrix. If we link the blue lattice of stellar horizons and the solid gold frame of Solace into a synchronized harmonic frequency, we can create a localized cross-sector shield. We don't need to sacrifice the ships. We just need to invert the lighthouse's polarity.
Calder walks over slowly, her eyes tracking the brilliant, complex energy schematic Jax just mapped out on the main console screen.
Jax, that formula is flawless. But to push that much energy through the world, brothers, someone has to manually balance the secondary routing breakers from inside the collective's coral pillar. The biological feedback alone would kill a normal engineer.
Jax turns to face Calder, a faint, familiar, eccentric grin returning to his tired face.
It would probably scramble a normal brain, Chief. Good thing mine is currently running on a Vreylorian superprocessor. I'm going into the pillar.
The away team stands once more before the towering, fluid-filled biological pillar inside the Manta's central atrium. The stone and coral figure of the collective shifts within the liquid, its multi-limbed shadow expanding as the purple light of the temporal tear grows brighter outside the transparent hull walls.
The time of negotiation has expired. Lying bearer. The blue brother and the gold brother must return to the soil. There is no other path to safety.
There is always another path. Jax, show them the metrics.
Jax steps forward, holding the glowing blue Vreylor Prime crystal openly in his left hand. As he approaches the pillar, the liquid inside the column begins to boil rapidly. Recognizing the ancient maker technology, Jax touches his palm directly against the translucent organic glass, his eyes flashing with a brief reflection of bright blue light.
I'm not giving you our ships, but I am giving you a permanent solution. Run this matrix through your ventral arrays. Look at the balance. We seal the crack together, or we all drift into the outer dark as dust.
For a long, agonizing moment, the entire atrium falls into absolute stillness. The heavy, rhythmic thudding of the Manta ship slows. Inside the column, the coral figure presses its massive hand directly against the glass, aligning perfectly with Jax's palm.
The code is compatible. The small machine tender speaks with the voice of the first builders, but the burden of the line will rest entirely upon his fragile frame.
Suddenly, a massive surge of bright purple and blue energy erupts from the base of the pillar, wrapping around Jax's arms and lifting him entirely off the floor. His teeth clench in agonizing strain as the crystal in his hand blares with a blinding absolute radiance, connecting his mind directly into the ancient galactic grid.